Welcome again to another video. And if you're watching this video, you know what it's titled. You know exactly what the title of the video is. And I know it's tough. It's tough because you tried. You tried all you can. Whether it was work, whether it was YouTube, whether it was a career, or whether it was working with family members. Maybe you're trying to repair a relationship. Maybe you have a girlfriend, you're trying to repair it, but nothing seems to work. You're not performing your best at school. The grades are trash. You're trying to be a YouTuber and just nothing seems to go. That is what we call the feeling of giving up. When you just want to that's it. I'm tired of this trying and nothing's going on. I understand how you feel. And while there may be situations that are different circumstances, I can understand the feeling of just wanting to give it up. I mean, literally, I feel it now. When you expect to be somewhere you feel like you should be, but you're not, that hits the most because you start seeing, especially when you start seeing growth initially, right? Or at least you think it was, where you see people excited to watch, excited this, excited that, right? Oh, I'm getting views. Oh, people are joining, right? And it can mess with it. It's exciting, right? When people enjoy your content. But what happens in the next video? You had 10 views. True. Compare that 10 views to the 50 views you had in the last video. That could really be a big setback for you. Or maybe you're a big YouTuber. Maybe you already made it. But you're seeing the views go down. Your income's going down. That could be it too. Right? I'm a small YouTuber. I don't know how the income works, but that can happen. You feel like you're falling off. You feel like there's nothing you can do. You feel like maybe it's just time for you to retire. Maybe I wasn't meant to be a YouTuber, or I wasn't meant to be a worker. I wasn't meant to be a plumber, electrician, or I wasn't meant to be in college. Maybe it's not the right path to me. And I get it, totally. I get it because I felt that same way literally now. It's just like, man, is it gonna work? Because the truth is, you never know if it's gonna work or not. You just don't. And to keep trying and believing, and yet you feel like you still don't see the results, that can pain a lot. That can pain you. And I know the pain you're having right there. You're just about to have enough of it. You're probably saying to yourself, I'm tired, Father, man. I can't do this no more. I think it's time for me to hang it up. But I want you to know something, and it's gonna sting at first, but before you give up, and this is a quote I heard, and I won't say who it is, but I feel like if you search it up, you'll know who it is. It was a famous person that's actually successful, very successful. He said, before you give up, this is what he said. He says, before you give up, just remember that if you give up, the guaranteed is you will not make it. Okay, I'm going to reiterate that again. I'm going to repeat it again. If you give up, the guaranteed outcome is it will never happen. And when I heard that, I'm like, that's interesting. Because we try, right? And you know, when you try something, you do it over and over again, we feel like that's failure. Like we're failing because we're trying over and over again. And I'm not saying don't improve. Yes, you got to improve. But when you're improving, you're doing your best you can, and you feel like, man, what's the point? You're like, man, I'm a failure. But no, failure is when you give up completely. When you say, you know what? I'm never doing it again. And you don't do it again. And that could sting, but that's a guaranteed outcome when you give up. So why waste it on giving up? Why? It's not worth it. It's not worth it. There's no use for that. What? So you can just look around and say, wow, I'm just an average person doing something you don't like? Or saying, well, I had potential to do it, but you didn't? Or what if you already given up? Maybe you're saying this, well, I already gave up a month ago, 5 months ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 40, 30 years ago. I guess I might as well continue. Well, if you're watching this video, then don't lose hope, because that means you want to get back on track. And it doesn't matter how far you are gone or how deep you feel that you failed. Let's say you haven't done a plumbing job in like 3 years, and you're like, man, I kind of give up my dream. There's no point of going back. Well, no, you can start over again. You can start over again. You can start over again. You haven't done YouTube for 5 months? Yeah, you can go back on it again. Giving up is when you give up to the day you die. That's real failure. But if you, even though probably giving up before, you choose now, hey, I'm gonna go back, and you're promising yourself that you're gonna be consistent more, then that's not failure. That's just coming back for your biggest comeback ever. Now, I'm not suggesting to take 4 months off again or anything else, nor even do it in the first place, but it's not too late. And I watch these people, and it's crazy because people go by age a lot. And what I mean by that, because people are going to joke around, oh, you're talking about this? No. What I mean by that is people put a limit to what they can do. Oh, you have to do everything in your 20s or else you're cooked. You have to have the family this, you have the family that. You have to do this, you have to do that. Oh, you got to get this apartment for this age. And while, yes, you want to have certain responsibilities, you want to have your own place, you want to be a man of yourself, that's good, that's okay, right? Society puts extra pressure, though. In general, they put extra pressure. And it's interesting because it makes you feel that you have to get everything done in your 20s, your 30s, or 40s, where it doesn't matter what age, though, right? You can start now. What if you're 50? You could do it. You could do YouTube if you want to do it. You can do that DJ if you want to do it. You can do it. But Father, man, I'm too old. Buddy, have you not seen who Moses is, right? If you don't know Moses was a servant of God who God used to free the Israelites from the slaves of Egypt, right? Now, whether you believe the story is true or not, even though there is evidence, I just want you to get the point of the story. God used Moses. But what age did he use them? Oh, Father, man, he probably did it when he was young. His 20s, probably. When he was young and vigorous. You would be incorrect. You know how old Moses was? 80 years old. Isn't that interesting? 80 years old of age. He decided he was going to use him. Now, this is if you believe God, right? If God can use someone and see potential to use him at 80 years old, you think you can't do anything? You think you can't do it because you're 80 years old? You're 70, you're 50, you're 40, you're 30, you're 20? No. You can still do what you want. You can still do it to the best of your ability. Let's put it that way. Best you can, right? Right? Because we have to consider that to your situation. The best you can. Or at least try to do it. Stop letting deadlines, this and that. Stop worrying about unnecessary worries. Stop it. That's not going to get you nowhere. It's not. It's not going to get you nowhere. Am I suggesting to wait decades in order to become ready? No, I'm not saying to do that, but what I'm saying is stop trying to time everything. Again, I thank you for watching, though. And I want you to know that I genuinely care. If you want to leave in the comments of, what you felt or want to share, that's totally up to you. Please do not give up. Do not let the devil win.